Leaders here in New York at the UN General Assembly are using this platform not just to talk about a range of issues affecting their communities, but principally also about global health. And within that comes tuberculosis, one of the high-level meetings to be featured here. Heads of state and heads of government are talking about how to make tuberculosis history, one of the first known infectious diseases. And despite all the scientific progress over the years, it continues to be one of the biggest killers today.
We do have drugs that actually can treat it, but there's too many people still who simply don't know that they may carry the disease, they don't know about the disease. This is why they don't come into the health systems. This is why they don't get the drugs they need, they don't get the treatment, and they can't be healed. The second point is, of course, that the bacterium is actually spread through the air. So if you live together with somebody who has TB, it can be spread to another person rather easily.
One of the challenges will be how to rally support around this so that it doesn't just become an issue for health ministers, but particularly linking that to finance ministers who of course hold the purse strings of their country, and together linking that to the heads of government where they are, because political will, political accountability, more so now than ever, is going to be necessary if they're going to find the correct approaches and the modified approaches to deal with TB today.
We see that the majority of TB cases are actually linked to poverty. So fighting poverty and fighting tuberculosis are actually one and the same thing, and the recognition of the political leadership of these mechanisms is of course a very first important point, that we can really tackle the challenges and tackle the disease at its roots.
TB, of course, one of the biggest killers of people living with HIV. And when we look at that complete picture, how that links to the universal health coverage dream that is being held by the World Health Organization, and that's the high-level meeting for next year. But more simply, putting people at the center of that political approach, ensuring that people live equal, fair lives, and ones that are framed in the human rights picture to live full lives wherever they happen to be. James Chow at the UN General Assembly in New York.